What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And could the state of California, specifically the California Air Resource Board, be paying YouTube channels to try to talk pro emissions? Oh no. Shout out to some of my amazing subscribers that are using the Freedom of Information Act. What some of these YouTube channels don't realize is when you get money from the government, they have to disclose it. So, just like I thought, there had to be some benefit. There had to be something there why we saw some of these pickup truck channels that all of a sudden were like, oh, diesels are going to come without emissions. And then they just rapidly flipped back to being pro emissions. I was shocked on that. It was like, what is this, Jekyll and Hyde? Like, what the hell's going on here, right? It didn't make any sense to me. And me and a couple of other channels I've been talking to that are diesel-specific channels, we've been having conversations. And one of them threw out the idea, they were like, you know, maybe the state of California is actually paying these channels to be pro-emissions. And then I was like, well, I need to verify the document that I just got in. But I had to talk about it, because I literally just had somebody email me. Now, I know that they also sent this document to the Reform California channel and another diesel channel that's already covered this document. But does anybody want to guess the channels that are listed on this document that may have got a payment from CARB to talk about how we need to keep emissions and how emissions aren't going anywhere? I'll let you guess. You can guess in the comments. I can't believe this. I'm literally, because I'm driving and I was already aggravated earlier today because of the guidance thing that the EPA put out, and some other people were jumping on it like, see, I told you so, blah, blah. I can't believe that these dumbasses would take money. Now, they can call it, but here's the thing. There also could be in trouble by YouTube, right? So when you're doing a sponsored post, you're supposed to click the tab that says paid, this is a paid sponsorship or paid video. Now, there's only one truck channel that did that. There's no ad anywhere in their video, but they're talking about how emissions aren't going away, but there's no paid spot. You don't see any. Today's video is brought to you by D's Nuts. They're not, nowhere in the video do they talk about a product. So it means the video is sponsored and it only talks about California Air Resource Board and emissions. So that channel isn't in trouble. But guess what about the other ones? And these other channels, one of the channels has like 400,000 subscribers. The other channel has less than 70,000 subscribers. I'll say that. They could be in trouble. Now, again, I have to do my due diligence because, listen, I know this came in. It's not like I don't trust a subscriber or whatever, but it ain't the first time that somebody sent me some fake shit before. This is why when I leak stuff on products, I double, triple, quadruple check stuff before I do videos. And that's why I have like a 98% track record on leaking things when it comes to the automotive industry. I don't miss. So I contacted my attorney as soon as I got this document and was like, hey, can you do a FOIA request specifically for this really quick? Can you get that in so I know I can have that this coming week? If they have, and I'll pay whatever. And I told them, I was like, whatever they want to print it, if it's an email, I don't care what it costs. I want it, because you know what it shows? It would allow me, I would decimate, their channels would instantly be decimated because it would show that they were paid shills for the government. They would be done. Mother effing done. Now, do I believe that they're paid shills? It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because, and I get it, some people are not that intelligent. They don't know how to read documents, or maybe they don't know how to, I get it. Maybe they didn't graduate high school or something. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know plenty of people that are millionaires that didn't graduate high school. But, I really just want to drop the list right on the screen and just be like, bye-bye, YouTube. Because here's the other thing. If I get this FOIA back and it's the same document with the same listed media channels, and some of them aren't YouTube. There's a bunch that are Instagram channels or Instagram feeds. There's TikTok channels. But there's 4 YouTube channels on here that you'd recognize. I'll just put it like that. There's 4 YouTube channels on here that I guarantee you'll recognize. And now it just makes so much sense. It makes so much sense on why you would be poo-pooing and boo-hooing and booing and hoping that emission systems don't go away. It makes all the sense in the world now. It adds up. I mean, if I was getting thousands of dollars to just say, be against something, I mean, I wouldn't do it unless I actually believed in it. But if I already believed in it and you're going to pay me thousands of dollars, yeah, sign me up. Bet. I'm gonna get paid to do a video on something I'd probably do anyway, but now you're going to give me thousands of dollars to do it. So I'd probably make multiple videos. I hate this. Every time I travel, I'm in a humid climate, like I was in Detroit. Now I'm getting back to as I get closer and closer to the desert, or as I gain altitude and get to the dry air in Denver, it's just effing my nose up. But stay tuned. I was debating whether I even wanted to do a video on this, but I just read this and I was like, all right. Now here's the thing. CARB does this. This is not something that the California Air Resource Board hasn't done before. They have. They actually will do like paid sponsorships for social media influencers talking about getting your RVs checked under the new Clean Trucks program or whatever, and things like. And there's a rebuild shop there. They were friends of mine that are in Orange County that talked about the VSSI inspections and stuff if you bought a rebuilt car or a rebuilt exotic car. So I know CARB does this. That's why it adds up. And it explains so much, because one of these truck channels, when the regulations were going away, looked like they were going to flip to be, because they were like pro Diesel Emissions Reduction Act and all of that shit and having experts on and shit. And then they went to, oh, wait a minute, we might get trucks with no emissions, to all of the sudden going to, oh no, we can't have this. This is bad for the environment. This would be bad. This is bad for health, blah, 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 blah. What the fuck? And deleted the other video that they did talking about that there could be trucks coming with no emissions. Oh no, I got my receipts. But the reason why I have to FOIA this on my own is because it's about not posting something that could be incorrect or not true. Yeah, I have a policy, an insurance policy that covers me for that, but why hit the policy if I don't need to? It's called an emissions, what is it? Emissions and liability or something? Liable and emissions or whatever, or emissions or whatever policy. I pay for that every year. You have to do that if you cover news or talk about stuff. It's just, it covers your ass. So I have that policy, right? But it's only going to take like 4 to 7 days for me to get this FOIA request back. So time's ticking. If you're one of those YouTube channels and you know who you are and you got paid by the California Air Resource Board, oh, 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 oh. Oh, I'm getting, oh, the roasting. Oh my God. And you guys have seen some of my next level roasts. I'm putting all you bums into the Blue Oyster. Oh no. Green screen. We're going to be I'm going to have a suit on and we're going roasting. I'm at next level. Comedy Central ain't got nothing on me. Roast. And I'm roasting all you bums that are on that list. And not even just YouTubers. Your Instagram bitches, your TikTok bitches, all that shit. You're all getting roasted. You're all getting cooked on broil. So, if you know you took money from the California Air Resource Board, we're coming. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Guess. Feel free to guess. I can't keep you from guessing in the comments. Have at. Guess. I think it'll be interesting to see who you guys think it is. I can't say. Not yet. But I will soon. Watch. And major shout out to my dope ass subscriber who sent me this today. And here's the thing. You know, if one of these other California channels ends up covering it first and talks about it, then I can just say, hey, they said it. These are the names. So, and I know I'm not the only one that got the document. I'm not the only one that got this email today with this document showing money that CARB paid to social media influencers, you know, to talk about how bad the deregulation is. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait, man. Oven, just turn that oven to fucking broil. Stay petty, my friends.